Welcome to Aligned Course Creators, the podcast for visionaries who are ready to turn their knowledge into transformational courses and programs. I'm Dr. Rachel Silver, affectionately called Dr. Ray, and I help individuals and organizations who are struggling to align their vision with their action. And I do that by designing strategies, courses, programs, and learning experiences. And I do that with or for them. Now, I also provide operational support for businesses that offer educational products that really shift lives. So that's books, courses, programs, coaching programs, and such. Now, if you're really ready to create with clarity and to launch with confidence, guess what? You are in the right place. Let's get into it. Now, if you have a course idea, that's been tugging at your heart. It's been on your mind, it's been on your heart, but you're really not sure if it's an idea that will actually sell. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm going to give you 3 steps to really gain clarity on that. But before we even talk about testing or validating anything, let me tell you something that I share with every client. Alignment comes before action. A lot of people jump into how do I know if my idea will sell? But if you haven't really taken the time to ask, is this an idea that's even aligned with what I'm called to build? Then I think you're skipping a really crucial first step. That's why I use a framework that's called the Brand Vibes framework. It's inside of my Aligned Course Creator, but it's the Brand Vibes framework. And I use that before we really begin to build anything because it's actually, I even use it in my book, The Course Creators Playbook, How to Accelerate Course Creation, because it allows us to build a really good foundation. Now, your brand vibes, it does stand for something. Vibe stands for V, vision statement. What transformation are you really called to create? Not just for the course, but for your just entire mission and vision, okay? I is going to be your ideal audience. Who are you really called to serve? It is not everyone. And until you can learn that, you're going to be stuck some areas, but that's all right. You'll start. But it's for the right ones. Then you have your brand emotions. What do you want people to feel when they interact with your work? What are they feeling that even requires them to need your work? Then you have your emotional colors. Like what vibe colors and energy does your brand naturally exude and carry without you even saying a word? And last but not least, in your brand vibes framework is your sound. How do you show up? What's your tone? What's your presence? What does it sound like? What is your sound? So I won't go into depth into those, but I did want to give that overview because without this clarity, you might be building a good idea that doesn't really align with your greater purpose. And I'm all about connecting us and connecting visionaries with the vision that God has given them. Once your brand vibes are clear, now we can move into how to validate that idea. And there's 3 steps, and I think we should take in order to do that, and we'll dive right into them, okay? So step 1 is look for proof of demand with discernment, but look for proof of demand. So yeah, check Google, YouTube, Amazon, see if other people are actually searching for this. Are there books available, videos available, or that exist on this topic? Don't panic if the space feels full. That's actually proof that people are looking, and that's actually a really good thing, and it helps you know that you're on the right track. But there is another side. Sometimes you may not find much proof. And that doesn't mean that your idea isn't valid, especially if you know that this is an idea that's a part of your assignment. Like when I have conversations and events during cuffing season on sex and abstinence and purpose for adults 40 to 55 and above, and some below, but the main age is 40 to 55. I didn't really see a lot of proof or demand for that age, okay? But God made it very clear that it was something that I was supposed to do. So that unlocked clarity, it unlocked connection, and it actually opened doors that wouldn't have opened if I was waiting on the stats and waiting on the proof. So yes, validate, yes, do your due diligence. But if God is giving you something, don't ignore any divine instruction because of the way that things look around you, okay? Step 2 is ask your audience, or Build, then ask. But ask your audience. You can ask your audience what they need, okay? That's really smart. You can do polls, questions, test your ideas, and you can do that with your followers. You can do it with your email list. But here's what I really love doing, okay? I like building stuff, all right? So I'm going to build something small, and then I'm going to ask about it, all right? So when you put something out there, even if it's just a one-page outline or a live workshop, your audience can respond with clarity, and then you can ask better questions when you're trying to really talk to your target audience. You can improve, whatever you develop, your course and stuff in real time or afterwards. I always say let the product spark the conversation. So have a product, have something that you can put out there that really helps the conversation go. Now, step 3 is pre-sale. Okay, you don't have to build the full program and course yet. You can offer a masterclass or an intensive. You can offer different things leading up to it. In fact, as a part of the marketing plan, you really do want to have a moment where there is something pointing towards your program or your course. But even before that, you can offer things without building it all out. So I knew I wanted a self-paced program, right? But instead of building all of that up front, I hosted 2 full day intensive days, and I hosted 2 of them. We worked hands-on, we built courses live, I followed up with an accountability cohort. It was very powerful, not just because I sold it, but because I learned. I saw where people got stuck. I saw what they loved. I saw what they needed more or less of. That experience shaped the next phase and what I actually was going to build out for my program. So whether you do a 2-day intensive or a 90-minute masterclass or a 60-minute webinar, you really do want to take a moment to give people a way to engage before you build the whole thing out. Now, I do suggest you at least have the curriculum drafted out, like the whole curriculum. Personally, I like having the whole thing built before selling it, but that's not required, and I've done it both ways. But I do prefer having that first module done, if not the whole thing. But you have to be open-minded. You have to find out what works best for you, what flow is good for you. And you just got to get out there and just do stuff and test stuff and provide things, okay? So, no, I'm not letting it, I just wanted to make sure that we understand the 3 steps. Again, before we do that, we want to have our vibe frames. Our y'all, I can't talk. Our brand vibes framework, we do want to have that. But the 3 steps that you should take in order to validate your idea and to see if it really works is, again, 1, look for proof, but look for it with discernment. Check out all the spaces, all the things, but if it's something God is telling you to do, just be obedient and do it even if you don't find the proof for it. Step 2, ask your audience. And you can actually do the polls, the questions, just really tapping into your target audience. I do think when you build something and you have a product and you're sharing that, you can ask better questions and you can really see the needs of your people so that you can utilize the verbiage correctly in what you're asking. So at least have some information. And then pre-sale, and that also provides information for you to learn. You can have a snippet or a portion of what it is you're doing and really connect with people. And then okay, based on that connection, based on what I have, I can tweak things. And now I really not only know the language to use, but I also know what to fully build out that's going to best support the people that I serve. All right. That is your tips for today now. Okay, you're not going to get off too easy. You're going to get a task to do. Okay, I like action steps. So I'm not going to let you off here without an action step. Okay, so your action step for this week is to simply take about 15 to 30 minutes and walk through your brand vibes. Now, if you already know your course idea, filter it through that framework. If you don't have an idea yet, your vibes are going to help you have more focus. It's going to help you have more clarity, and it's going to help accelerate your building. And then I want you to do a next step. I want you to post something simple. Head over to the Monetizing Your Expertise page on Facebook, and I'll put it in the links and stuff. And ask, or you can even ask your greater community. You can do both. Would a workshop on, and you can put the idea and stuff that the workshop is on, help you and then put in the change that you want to see as a result of them utilizing your service, product, program, course. Would a workshop on this idea help you do this thing? And just kind of fill that in and just watch the responses that you get. Okay, you got this. You're ready. Let's take some steps. Thanks for listening to the Align Course Creation Podcast. If today's episode sparked an idea or it gave you a breakthrough, be sure to subscribe and leave a review, because that really helps more creators, more course and program creators just like you find this show. And I'm just going to be giving tips and tools. I'm going to be providing actual things that you can utilize, not just fluff. So definitely share, subscribe. And if you're ready for support in creating or scaling your course, let's talk. Okay, head over to drrachelsilver.com, or even you can check out the booking link and stuff in the links or in the details to book a call. And remember, your course is not just content, it's a catalyst for change. Until the next time, keep aligning your vision with action.